What if the reason something hasn't arrived yet isn't because it's fake, but because it's actually being done right? That's the question I keep coming back to when people talk about Aptera, because for me, Aptera is easily one of the most exciting startup companies in the world, not just in the EV space, but in transportation as a whole. And that's saying something, especially in an era where electrification has become almost routine. Everyone is building electric cars now. That part isn't special anymore. What is special is the idea of a vehicle that can power itself. At least here in the United States, Aptera is the only startup I see that is seriously committed to making that idea real. A solar electric vehicle that can generate meaningful daily range simply by sitting in the sun. No plugging in, no fuel, no constant dependency on infrastructure. Just efficiency, simplicity, and a radically different way of thinking about mobility. And yet, despite all of that, Aptera is constantly surrounded by doubt. There's a persistent narrative that keeps getting repeated. If production hasn't started, it must be a scam. If vehicles haven't been delivered, it must be vaporware. If it's taking longer than expected, it must be failing. That mindset is what frustrates me the most. Because the same exact arguments were used against Tesla in its early days. Back in the 2009-2010 era, plenty of people were convinced Tesla would never make it. They pointed to delays, they pointed to funding struggles, they pointed to uncertainty. They claimed Elon Musk was selling a fantasy. What people conveniently forget is that Tesla was weeks away from bankruptcy. It survived because of a federal loan that kept the company alive long enough to reach production. And through relentless effort and execution, Tesla not only survived, but paid that loan back early with interest. Today, people praise Tesla as a success story, but back then, the skepticism sounded eerily familiar. Fast forward to today, and the same criticism is being recycled. Aptera doesn't immediately have billions of dollars, so it must be fraudulent. Aptera hasn't rushed vehicles out the door, so it must not be real. Delays automatically mean failure. That logic is flawed. What people fail to understand is that starting production does not magically solve all problems. In fact, in many cases, it creates entirely new ones. Once a company enters mass production, its expenses explode. Manufacturing at scale burns cash faster than development ever did. Aptera is still in the development phase, which means their costs are lower. They've cut spending where necessary, they've reduced headcount strategically. They are not hemorrhaging money trying to build thousands of vehicles before the process is ready. And this isn't accidental. They've been very open about the fact that they don't want to rush production. This philosophy has been heavily influenced by deep industry experience, lessons learned from decades of automotive manufacturing, including what happens when companies jump the gun. Because we've already seen what happens when startups prioritize starting production at all costs. Look at companies that rushed forward simply to silence critics. Some pushed vehicles out the door before quality control was dialed in. They managed to build a handful of units, only to halt production almost immediately due to major issues. Recalls followed, efficiency numbers disappointed, costs spiraled, investors lost confidence, and instead of momentum, production became a liability. Rushing didn't save them, it hurt them. Even companies that avoided full-scale disaster still paid the price. Early deliveries plagued with software issues, vehicles repeatedly brought back for service, massive cash burn with no path to profitability, high prices, weak demand, and margins that simply don't work. Production, when done wrong, can be a trap. That's why Aptera's approach matters. They aren't trying to start slow so they can say they made it. They're trying to start right. Their goal is to enter production at a pace that allows for high yields, strong margins, and scalability from the very beginning. They're working with specialized manufacturing partners to mass-produce key components efficiently, then assemble vehicles in a streamlined final process. Every decision is aimed at reducing complexity, reducing cost, and increasing repeatability. And this is where Aptera's biggest advantage becomes impossible to ignore: simplicity. The vehicle itself is fundamentally simpler than almost anything else on the road. Far fewer body components, far fewer parts overall, a drastically smaller battery pack. No paint shop, no massive stamping operations for steel panels, no environmental nightmare of coatings and solvents. Instead, the body relies on forged carbon composites and wraps, lighter, stronger, and far easier to manufacture at scale. That alone eliminates an entire category of cost and regulatory burden that other automakers are forced to deal with. Then there's the battery. In most electric vehicles, the battery pack is the single most expensive component. Some startups launched with packs exceeding 100 kilowatt hours. That's an enormous cost right out of the gate. Aptera doesn't do that. Its entry-level configurations use drastically smaller battery packs, made possible by extreme efficiency and aerodynamics. Smaller battery means lower cost, lower weight, and an easier path to profitability. This fundamentally changes the math. I'm not saying Aptera will be instantly profitable the moment production begins. That's unrealistic for any startup. But the number of vehicles they need to build to reach break-even is far lower than companies burdened with massive batteries, complex factories, and bloated designs. And despite what skeptics claim, demand is not the issue. There's a growing, passionate community behind this vehicle, tens of thousands of paid reservations, interest that continues to grow, not shrink, real-world evidence that people actually want something different, something efficient, affordable, and practical. Some critics contradict themselves. First, they say the company isn't real, then they say no one would buy the vehicle anyway. Both can't be true. The reality is that most daily driving involves one or two people, and no vehicle like this has ever existed before. We don't actually know how big the market is because the market has never been given the option. A solar electric vehicle that can gain meaningful range every day without plugging in changes the cost of ownership equation entirely. No fuel costs, minimal charging costs, maintenance reduced to basics. That's not incremental improvement, that's a new category. And when people talk about price, they often miss the bigger picture. Vehicles aren't just purchased, they're used. Operating costs matter. Electricity prices continue to rise. Grid access isn't getting cheaper. A vehicle that drastically reduces dependence on energy infrastructure becomes more valuable over time, not less. On top of that, safety hasn't been ignored. The structure emphasizes energy absorption, side impact protection, and materials that behave very differently from traditional steel or aluminum. Forged composites redistribute impact forces rather than simply crumpling. It's a fundamentally different design philosophy. Efficiency, affordability, safety. That combination is rare. Now, none of this means success is guaranteed. This is still a startup. There are real risks. Funding matters, timing matters, external support matters. If Aptera fails, it won't be because people weren't interested, it won't be because the idea didn't resonate, and it won't be because the company was dishonest. It would be because building something truly different is hard. What stands out to me most is the integrity of how they're doing it. They didn't rush into going public just to pump a stock price. They didn't chase hype cycles. They chose a path that prioritizes long-term execution over short-term optics. That decision alone eliminates a huge amount of pressure to exaggerate, mislead, or manufacture excitement. Transparency has been consistent. Leadership has been accessible. Questions get answered directly. There's no script, no forbidden topics, no artificial narrative control. That matters. Because when companies are more focused on appearances than execution, cracks eventually show. History is full of examples where hype outran reality. Aptera has already lived through failure once. That experience didn't scare them away. It sharpened their focus. They came back with clearer priorities, stronger discipline, and a refusal to compromise the core vision. That vision isn't about hype. It's about efficiency-first design. It's about sustainability that actually works. It's about proving that vehicles don't need to be heavier, more complex, and more expensive every year. Even if this specific vehicle never reaches full-scale production, the ideas behind it already matter. Pushing standards forward, rethinking energy use, demonstrating that aerodynamics and simplicity still matter in a world obsessed with excess. But right now, this is the closest anyone has come to making a self-powered vehicle real. And that's why patience matters.